ride, god damn it.
I'm coming home with the gold medals and rings to match. They trying to sign me on contracts with the strings attached. You need to switch your defenders cause we ain't even match. I can't be counting no chickens up that ain't even hatched. So I put my thoughts into actions and I hustle advance.
Alright, I'm gonna show y'all real quick what we got going on. I finally made it to Houston. I showed y'all us getting loaded. But we big oversized. Oversized. Strap down, oversized. So I'm about to retighten this chain because some of the wood fell off, some of the planks fell off from that top part of the load. So it got loosened up a little bit. But yeah, in Houston, gonna drop this off and then we are done for the weekend. Yes, sir. Shit is off the truck. We are empty. $6,300 for 1,100 miles. $5 to $6 a mile. I'm about to roll all of this up, put my dunnage away, and we are getting the out of here and going home. I was going to make 2 separate videos, but I don't think I am. We had a question on the channel about pilot cars. So I did all the research for you guys. I got all the information, watched a few channels, looked online for what we needed, and I'm gonna give you the whole rundown on having a pilot car business real quick in this video. I'll put the question somewhere around here, but shout out to him. Like I said, if y'all leave comments and ask questions, I will answer them for you to the best of my ability. I do want to give information on this channel, and good information at that, stuff that'll help y'all out when choosing what you want to do in the trucking industry. So let me put all this up and then we'll go straight into the informational part. All right, y'all, what's good? So this is the end of the vlog. I'm just gonna attach this to the vlog, but I did. We got a question on the YouTube, on the channel, about being more in depth about the pilot car situation. I told y'all my homeboy has a pilot car business, and he basically escorts oversized loads to their destination and keeps on going. So I did a little research for y'all so that those of us on our channel can get the right information. And of course, from here, this is just a startup. You take what I give you today and go do your own research. And if you want to start up this type of business, this is for you. Since this is going to be a part of that other vlog, y'all did see that I took a wide load from Minnesota to Texas. It was about $6 a mile, $6,300 for 1,000 miles. Wide loads, oversized loads do pay a lot more because they come with a lot more responsibility. So if you can get those and you feel comfortable driving those, especially on a big rig, but even in hot shot, you should go ahead and do that. So we dropped off the other load. I'm not sure if I got footage of that, but if I didn't, I'm sorry. But the other big load that I had on here, it's already dropped off, and we got another wide load. So this one behind us, that's about 10 feet, about a foot on each side, oversized. As you can see, I also strapped them differently. Basically a big ass bowl. There are no corners to keep it stable, so once you strap it down, I like to do the cross because it puts the pressure in the middle, which is the same as where the load makes contact with the trailer, and it keeps it down. So you see that it is circular at the bottom. That ain't going nowhere. Anyway, let's get on to the topic at hand. We have, and I'm gonna plug, I watched a few videos, I did some research on Google, I watched a few people's videos, but there's a guy who does his own business. His name is Pilot Boy Chris. We'll plug his YouTube down there at the bottom. He has some good videos if you're looking at getting into this business. Most of the stuff that I'm giving you is based off of Texas laws. So basically a load that's wider than 16 feet, which is pretty much takes up more than one lane on the highway, you're gonna need an escort car. I think anything beyond 18 feet, you need 2 escort cars. The height, the load I just took was about 15 feet, so I know you don't really need an escort for that. I would imagine anything higher than that, you probably need an escort because they also have escorts that watch out for street poles and stuff like that. But anyway, so y'all go look at Pilot Boy Chris videos and see what he has to say. But the basic stuff you'll need: CB radio, you need to be certified. From what I saw, in at least 13 states, around the United States of America, you have to be certified. Other than that, in those other states, you don't have to be. But if you're crossing into those states that you need to be certified, you might as well get certified with the certification class that you're going to need. And it's kind of like taking driver's ed. It's not that long. You can get it done in one day. They have different websites that you can do it. You get certified, you get the proper paperwork, and then you're good. It can be done without an LLC. You don't have to have a business to do it, but it's good to have a business when you're doing anything in trucking. I don't see why you wouldn't. You can get business credit. There's just different benefits of having your shit set up the proper way. But you're looked at as an independent driver. It's 1099 work, just like truckers. If you're in your own business, you know, you send your W-9 over. Basically contract work. You get paid by the load. You do not get paid for deadhead. From what I understand, you get paid. You meet at the loading location, and from the moment that you drive off from the truck being loaded to the moment you drop it off, you get paid for it. And it's also not round trip unless you agree to that. So you'll get paid going there, and then you'll either have to find the load back or you'll deadhead all the way back. But the money is still good. Let's say you get paid $1,000 to go 800 miles. The overhead is low, so even if you have to pay for fuel, you'll come home with a few $100, $500-600 from what I understand as well. You do have to have commercial liability insurance, because if something happens while you're with that load, it's just like how you have to have your the load protected when you have your own trucking company. So all of you guys will be rolling together, have to be commercially insured just in case something happens or somebody gets hurt. So excuse me, y'all, I'm outside, but shit, the truck is out here, so this is where we wanted to do it. The average pay, from what it shows, is $1.40 a mile, or you get a flat rate. So of course that's negotiable. When you're in trucking, you decide your own rate. Not really your own rate, but you're supposed to negotiate, try to get more money. If you just take what they give you every time, you're probably being underpaid. But the average going rate is $1.40 a mile. So you go 1,000 miles, you get $1,400. You may spend $300-400 on fuel, you're taking home $1,000. That sounds like pretty good money to me. You're usually set up with the load by a broker, so you're still dealing with the brokers. And from what I understand too, watching these videos, it's a word of mouth business. So you get in, you do one load, they're gonna, you know, recommend you to other people, other brokers, who will call you and let you know when they have loads available so you can get paid. So doing a good job is good for your business. They'll give you calls, and as you get calls, you accept the loads and you get paid. They also said too, if you start denying a lot of loads, then of course you won't get the calls because you're not reliable. They need people who can get up and go. So that was another thing that a lot of people said. It's not a part-time business. Of course you can try to make it one, but typically if you're gonna do this, that's what you do for work. Or you can buy a truck, have it as a side business, put somebody else in it, but it needs to be available. It needs to be available at all times because trucking doesn't really stop outside of weekends, which we all know, even on weekends, they go. And before I go, there's typically 3 positions you can drive. There's chase, so you follow the load, you watch the load, make sure it stays secure, and you help with lane changes. There's a lead, you're in front of the load, you're looking for hazards, you're making sure that the lane is clear for your driver, and sometimes you'll plot the route and help them with the route, even though some drivers like to plot their own route. And then there's also high pole, which is also in the front, and that's what I was telling you in the beginning. When you have high loads, sometimes they'll attach a pole to your vehicle, and you go and you make sure that the truck behind you can clear whatever, whether it's bridges, light poles, or whatever. You make sure that the load will be able to clear it when you're going. But there's a lot of different things you can do with that. You can play any position. You can do loads that need 2 or 3 cars, whatever. You can have all 3 cars and get triple the money, or you can have one of the cars and just play your role and get paid. But that's just something else you can do in trucking that's lucrative. Along with the certification class, there's an online safety class. They want you to be safe. You got to know your shit. You don't want to go out there and be guiding somebody and you get their whole company up because you want to come out there underprepared. But again, this is only a starter informational video for you guys. If you want to get into it, go do your research, go learn what you need. But just showing you guys there's another way to get into trucking and making money. All right, out.
Down to the bone, got me working every muscle in hand. Must have been played by higher powers ordained by law. That I had came and I conquered when I came and I saw. Gotta get paper, of course, but stack up the accolades. Going against demons that want us back in our shackle days. I made a lane for myself so they can never compare me. God-wise, my ambition so heavy to carry. So heavy it's scary, but I'm pushing his weight. Get up on the grind with my little brother, he cooked up his 8. Trying to remain in the mind frame I need for success. Trying to refrain from relapsing, feeling deeply depressed.